Philip from Logically AI. Is it a good time to talk about your business needs?
Yes. See how beautifully it is done. Let's build lead manager with voice assistant right now.
Before that, a lead is a potential customer of a business. They get them through marketing.
We'll be using some prompts in the video. You can find those prompts through the link in the description. In order to accept the lead details, we need to receive it in some kind of form, something like a Google form. So here we are going to use Tally for that. Let's go to Tally right now. You can take an account very easily using your Gmail account, and inside that let's create a new form with a form title lead data, and let's start from scratch. Now let's create the following fields inside the Tally form. Now let's hit the publish button here. Our form is ready right now. With this address, we can easily go and fill the form. You can add all your names, and all of this data will come to your lead data form inside the Tally. Now we are going to Airtable. You can easily log in using your Gmail account. So basically, the Airtable is something like Google Sheets but on steroids. And Airtable can be easily integrated with Tally as well as Make. Let's create a new application. Inside this, we are going to have all these fields. Let's create it one by one. Before, just delete everything. It's done. This is a special field we are going to add, and it is important in our Make scenario. It is the created time, and let's name it submitted on. And let's include the time as well, and let's create the field. Whenever a lead data comes inside the Airtable, exact date and time will be registered on this particular column. Next is a basic date field with the name contacted on. If you want, we can include the time as well. Here we are going to add the qualification field, which is basically an AI field which will generate right now. We can use different methods. Here we are going to ask the agent inside Airtable. Create an AI column at the end of the table named qualification, which shows qualified if the budget is above $10,000. Else keep it as not qualified. Here the company is only interested in projects which are above $10,000. So that will be a qualified lead for this particular business. Only that will be passed to our scenario later. Now you can find the qualification field here. Inside this, let's double click and let's take the model as 40 mini, and it works properly. Airtable has made a proper prompt which makes sure that the field will only be populated with qualified or not qualified. Enable the internet search as well as run automatically, so that whenever the data enters, it automatically runs this prompt. Let's hit save. Here we are going to map the call summary later from the scenario. We are going to make another AI field named AI message, which contains all the details of the lead in a simplified manner. Let's create that. Let's check whether it has been done properly. Yes, it includes all the fields. Proper prompt has been made inside Airtable. Let's hit save. Now let's name the Airtable base as lead base. Table name as lead data. Now our Airtable is set up completely. Our intention here is to bring all the data that is coming to the Tally form we created to the lead base inside Airtable. Let's go back to Tally. Inside the forms, you can find an option named integrations. There is an option to send submissions to Airtable. We are naming it as a lead qualifier. Let's reconnect it. Add the base that you want to give access to Tally. Here it is lead base, and grant access. Now that the connection is ready, let's select everything, and we have to map all the fields inside the Tally to the corresponding field inside Airtable. Let's hit connect with Airtable. You can see a green color here, which means everything is perfect. Let's try that. Let's give a budget of $12,000 US. Let's hit submit. Let's go back and check inside the lead base. It's here, perfect. Now let's go to make. Go to scenarios, create a new scenario, name it as lead manager with voice assistant. Let's add an Airtable module, watch records, and let's create a connection. Choose Airtable token or key. You have to get a personal access token from Airtable. Let's go back to Airtable. Click on the right top corner, go to Builder Hub, and under developers, you can see personal access tokens. Here you can create a token, name it something, let's say make token. Also add the scopes, which basically translate to what are the permissions make has with whatever data that we are sharing from Airtable. Perfect. Now add the base, that is lead base for us. The token has been created. We have to copy this token somewhere because later we cannot access it. Go back to make, paste this personal access token here and click save. Perfect. In the trigger field, we have to select submitted on, which we have already discussed. We can give company as the label, and inside the formula we have to give qualification is equal to qualified, so that we only want the lead details of a qualified lead. Save. Perfect. Now let's make our voice agent. We are going to use Vapi here. Vapi is cheap and it integrates well with everything we are using inside the scenario. Let's head to vapi.ai. Sign up freely using your Gmail. Go to assistants where we create our first voice assistant. Name it Philip, and we are going to start with a blank template. Create assistant. Now we have to set up a lot of options and prompts here so that the assistants perform as we want. LLM model provider is OpenAI, and we are going to use GPT-4o mini cluster. It is cheap and efficient. Assistant speaks first. The first message will be, let's copy the starting conversation and paste it here. And inside the system prompt, we are specifying how the agents has to act, how it has to talk to the lead, what all questions it has to ask, what should be its behavior, and everything is clearly mentioned in this prompt. Inside the voice configuration, we can select Elliot itself. If you want, we can change to different characters. In the additional configuration, we can set the background sound for office so that it feels more natural. Let's go to summary. There is a basic prompt, but we are going to have a custom prompt here. And in the success evaluation field, here also we are going to use a custom prompt. And the success evaluation rubric, we are going to change it to pass fail. It is easy for us to use this condition in the coming scenario. Also set voicemail detection as Vapi. It has to understand whether it has gone to voicemail or not. All the settings here are set up. Let's publish the assistant. Click next and publish. We can just talk to the assistant.
Hi, it's Philip from Logical AI. Is it a good time to talk about your business needs?
Yes, please. Perfect. Well, that was interesting. Let's create a phone number. We might need to create a number using Twilio, Vonage, Telnix or some other provider and import it to Vapi. As I am in Europe right now, we are going to import it from Twilio. Let's head to Twilio. You can easily sign up with your Gmail account. Let's continue with free trial. Let's get a trial phone number. We are going to import this to Vapi. It's that simple. You can label it as Twilio phone number. Now our phone number has been imported. Here we can select our AI voice assistant. Perfect. Now let's head back to make. Add a new Vapi create an outbound call module. Let's create a connection. Here we need to provide the API key from Vapi account. Let's head back to Vapi, go to overview and go to API keys under build. Here you can copy the private key. Now click save. Perfect. We can select the assistant ID, phone number ID. Here we'll be calling one customer at a time and the phone number will be mapped from the Airtable. Perfect. Whenever the phone number comes to this Vapi module, it will call using the Twilio phone number we have set up and the assistant will be the AI assistant we made using Vapi. Wait guys, we have to literally wait. Why? Because we have to wait until the call is getting disconnected from the lead and only then we can collect the data of the call out of Vapi. So let's add a sleep module. Let's say for 5 minutes, the sleep module is ready. The sleep module will wait for 5 minutes until we try to access the data from Vapi in the coming module. Let's use an HTTP request module to achieve this task. Because there is no module currently inside make which can access all the details that we require in the coming scenario. Add the HTTP make a request module. Let's understand some theory of what exactly is this HTTP request module. Basically, all the modules in Make do some sort of request to their respective applications, which is external to Make, such as post, get, patch, delete, etc. in the backend. In a visual low-code, no-code platform like Make, we do not see that, which enables everyone to make serious stuffs using very little to no code using Make. But today we are going to do it 10% manually here. Inside this you can find URL. This is where we want to send the request. Here we have to send the request to Vapi, and this is the method we are trying to do, that is get method. We are trying to get something out of Vapi. Inside the headers we are going to send a key to Vapi, because otherwise everyone can access it just with the link and the method. Let's now go back to Vapi and get all the details. Let's head to overview and go to docs, and let's read some documentation. Inside the API reference, go to calls, and under calls you can find get call. You can see the method is get and the URL is this. Let's copy the URL. We need to provide an ID which we will map from the Vapi module, and the method is get. And inside the headers we have to add one name value pair. Let's go back to Vapi. Here you can see authorization and bearer, and after that there is a token. So let's copy the authorization, paste it here, and inside the value let's copy bearer, hit a space, and we have to get the token, that is the API key in this case. Let's head back to Vapi, go to API keys and copy the private key and go and paste it here, and let's parse the response. Normally when we send a request like this to any application, it will give some data, and mostly it will be in a JSON format. And it is very simple to understand. It is just like some name value pair which has a property and a property value associated with it. So we have to break it down in a manner that we can map this data in the coming scenario. We can map the ID from the results inside Vapi module. Let's hit save. Let's see how it is working right now. Let's enter some new data. It will be my details, and let's make it qualify. Let's hit submit. Now the Airtable would have been populated. Yes, we can see the details. 1026 right now. The data is here. Let's try to run the scenario right now. I'm getting a call.
You can remove this message at any time by upgrading to a full account. Press any key to execute your code.
Hi, it's Philip from Logically AI. Is it a good time to talk about your business needs?
Yes.
Great, thanks for taking the time to chat. I see you submitted a form about our services, so I wanted to follow up. At Logically AI, we specialize in creating custom autonomous agents, chatbots, and operational automations to help businesses like yours improve efficiency and reduce manual work.
Okay.
Could you share what sort of You're welcome. I'm curious, what sort of processes or tasks are you looking to automate in your business? Perfect. I'll get that proposal sent over to you via email shortly. Thank you for your time today. You too. Take care.
Yeah, thank you. See how beautifully it is done. Let's head to HTTP maker request module, the output bundle with data about the complete call we had right now. Now we can use these details to make an appointment or to send a proposal and do everything that is required in the rest of the scenario. Now we have two cases here. Either the call gets connected or it did not get connected. In both cases, we need to do different things. So for achieving that, let's add a router. And one is when the call is not connected. Let's set up a filter, and in the conditions, let's select the ended reason not equal to customer ended call. We can confirm that it is the call did not get connected, and let's hit save. Let's do the opposite here. Let's hit save. Two paths are ready. Let's start with the second arm. Here our aim is to send an appointment link to the lead as well as updating the details of the lead with the sales team. Let's create another router. In one path, we have to add a Gmail module to send an email, and later we have to update it in the Airtable let's add an update a record module. Now let's set it up. In order to send an appointment link, we have to first create it. Let's use Calendly to make a free appointment link. Login using your Gmail account. Let's create a new meeting. Select one-on-one. Let's select Google Meet. The duration is 30 minutes. Availability, we can change it here. Now let's create. We have created the link so that the lead can select the date and time of their availability and book an appointment with the sales team. Let's copy this link right now. Let's head back to Make, and inside Gmail, you have to create a connection. Just sign in with the email you want to send the email from. I'm using my personal account right now. I'll give all the access. Now that the connection is set up, let's add the details. Here we are going to use the email address from the Airtable module. In the subject, hi. Body type, let's select row HTML. Let's paste the link here and let's hit save. Now we have contacted the lead, so we have to update it in the Airtable. Let's select the base. The connection is already there, the data, and in the record ID, let's select the ID from the Airtable module, and we just want to mention a now variable which roughly translates to the exact time the module is executed. We only need to update this field. Let's hit save. So this arm is ready, and on the other arm, we want to inform the sales team about this lead. Here we are going to use send a message Slack. We have to create a connection. Before that, let me give you a brief introduction about Slack. It is basically a messaging platform tailored towards businesses where the people in that organization can communicate inside. Let's make a connection with Slack. Before that, let's log into our Slack account. Use your Gmail to make a free account. Inside this, we are going to make a new channel. Let's call it sales team. Click next and create. Now we want to paste the details of the lead inside this. Just hit on create connection and select Slack user and save. Let's allow everything. It is very easy to integrate. Now under channel ID, select from the list. Inside the public channel, let's select the sales team, and here we want to send the details of the lead. Go back to the first Airtable module, and inside this we have created something called AI message. We are just going to put it here, and let's click save. Now let's try to run this module. Let's copy an existing AI message from the lead base and paste it over Slack where we try to run the module. Let's see if you're able to see it inside Slack. Let's go back to Slack. So perfect. Now the details are properly shared over Slack. So the module is working perfectly. Now let's build up the connected arm. When the call gets connected, there will be two cases. Lead wants to receive the proposal or they doesn't. So let's add a router to handle these two conditions. Let's use auto align to align it properly. And in the filter, let's set up interested. In the condition, let's use the output of the HTTP make a request module and go to analysis. There is success evaluation rubric we set up prior. Let's select it as condition and set it as true in case they are interested. Here, let's do the opposite. Condition, it is the same. And let's hit save. Here we are going to update whether the lead was interested or not interested in the lead base inside the Airtable. Let's add an update a record module. Select the base table, and in the record ID, let's use the Airtable ID, and here in the interested field, just select yes because that is the only thing we want to change, and click save. Perfect. Here again add an Airtable module. Let's put it as no and click save. Now the scenario is set up, and let's try to run it right now. Let's hit up some details. Let's hit a submit. Now let's go back to make and try to run the scenario. I'm getting a call.
Hi, it's Philip from Logical AI. Is it a good time to talk about your business needs?
Yes.
Great. Thanks for taking the time. I see.
See how perfect it is.
Rest of everything was perfect except AI message from Airtable. Please check the pinned message.
This is actually a basic form. We can add a lot of functionalities to this. We can do an informed pitch using the Vapi voice assistant by feeding it the details of the lead and the company and the area they are working with. We can add more to the scenario where we prepare a proposal and send it directly to the customer, all without any human interaction.
We can do a lot more with this structure. and is limited by your creativity.
And I hope this video was good. If you like this video, you can hit that like button and subscribe for more similar contents. And thank you so much for watching and have a great day.